Do you love books? Now we do too. Hi, Todd Whalen here, founder of Give My Books Network. I'm excited to tell everyone about our new service that is growing throughout the country. Give My Books Network is a nationwide free book and media pickup service and a community book sharing program. Now I've been running our local pickup service called Give My Books, which you can find at givemybooks.com, for over 16 years in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We've had the privilege of helping our local community find new homes for millions of their treasured books through our free pickup or drop-off service. Now, though, we have the privilege of helping people all over the country through Give My Books Network, which can be found at givemybooksnetwork.com. For those that want to give books away for whatever reason, to be connected to local people just like me who will find new homes for your treasured books. Now let me tell you my story, please. In 2008, 16 years ago, I found myself as a single father of an almost 4-year-old daughter. I worked in the evenings at a restaurant in order to be home with my daughter more during the day because I had my daughter 5 days a week. I wanted to make sure that I was home with my daughter more and realized that I couldn't work in the restaurants forever. So I was looking for a home-based business or some sort of business that I could do while, not lessening any of the time I spent with my daughter. So one of my favorite questions that I like asking people is, what do you do for fun? Now, I asked that to a fellow server at a restaurant that I was working at, and he told me, well, I sell books online. And I was like, that's fun. He was like, yeah, you got to come on over and I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how it works. I tell everybody that they should do it. It's awesome. So right away, I went over to his house. It was like probably the next day. And he showed me everything, such as listing the books and shipping the books, repricing them, how to condition the books, and pretty much everything. Everything there is to know about selling books on Amazon. His house was full of books everywhere, every room, every wall, every floor space. I saw it all, but I was like, this is the home-based business that I was looking for. Now that led me to ask him the golden question, which is, how do you get the books? Now he told me about thrift stores, estate sales, library sales, garage sales, etc., all of those. So I started asking myself, well, how do all the thrift stores and the library and the reuse centers get all their books to resell to booksellers like me? And the answer is that people give them to them. See, people will drive out of their way to give their books that they love to a donation center because they just need to free up space or find a new home for the books, or they feel that the particular place that they're donating their books to is a worthy place. The next question I asked myself really changed my life. I asked, well, how do I get people to give me their books instead of the thrift store or the donation center? Really, the answer is that people just needed to know that I wanted them and that I was going to use them for a good purpose. I found all I needed to do was ask. And even better, that I was willing to come pick them up for free. So the first thing that I did was to get the word out quickly with some advertising. So I took a piece of paper, right? And I put 4 ads on it and I cut it into quarters. Then you take one ad and you put it in a Ziploc bag with a couple of white garden stones. And then you zip it up and put it in a laundry basket. And I made hundreds of them at a time. And on each ad, it said this. It said, donate used books. Help a single father support his family. Call Todd, and then I put my phone number, call this phone number. I then drive through the neighborhoods in my city at night, and then I toss out the window one of the advertisements with the rock in the bag in each driveway until they were all gone, right? I'd go home and I'd go to sleep. Then the next day would get phone call after phone call. And at first, I was so grateful that people in my community were willing to support me as I worked hard to support myself and my daughter. So, initially I knew everyone was doing me a favor, and they were. Soon, though, I came to realize that I was doing others a favor too. What an awesome realization. Let me show you. These are actual reviews of our local pickup service called Give My Books. We have over 200 5-star reviews, and you can see them right here on the screen. And you can also see them at the link that we'll put in the description. Now, you see, books are heavy. Books are hard to move. And sometimes people have limited time or they don't have a car. Some people that are older have a hard time moving their books. Other times someone has passed away And, they have many books, and the family is left with finding a new place for them. People that are moving, they want to find a new home for their books, but taking them to a donation center is, it's just too much time or energy amidst the move. Furthermore, libraries and thrift stores, they get full of books and they stop taking donations. Then someone who wants to give them away to those places goes there only to find out they aren't taking donations at the time. Then sometimes donation centers only want to take some of the books, which causes frustration on the part of the donor, because then you got to drive to somewhere else. Now, on top of that, do you know what libraries and thrift stores do with overflow donations? They call us. Now, we have had the privilege of working with 20 plus libraries in just our local area, on top of many nonprofits and thrift stores, to pick up their overflow books and books that would otherwise be recycled. And yes, those places do recycle books. We have worked with a number of Michigan AAUW chapters to pick up their overflow and leftover books before and after their annual book sales. Now, we've been able to pick up books for a number of universities and colleges, including for many professors. We pick up for schools from elementary to high school, private schools, public schools, and honestly more places than I can list. Now, we've picked up books and media items right from the porch of literally thousands of homes of people in our area. You see, we offer a super convenient service that all sorts of different people and businesses and institutions utilize, and regularly, some weekly. And all of what I just mentioned was only in our local area around Southeast Michigan. Now, let me address two major concerns for people regarding our service. Number one, they ask, what do you do with the books? Number two, where does the money go when the books are sold? Now, let me start with question number two first. We are a family business. We sell books that we get from our local area, and the money goes to support our family, our free pickup service to the community, and any workers we have, and our programs to get books back into the community. We are not a nonprofit organization. We realize that we don't need to be one in order to act like one and to do good for our community and our fellow humans in general. Let me prove it. Now, to question number one. As mentioned in the above answer, right, we sell what we can first. Some books do get recycled responsibly. Now, after that, there's many books left over, and here's what we do with them. These thumbnails here are real media coverage of what we have done. These are some of the headings, and I will link each one of these links in the description below. But you'll notice the one that says, founder of Give My Books, Todd Whalen, sets a goal to donate 50,000 books. Why did we set that goal for 50,000? Well, that's because we had already donated 30,000. Next, local organization working to distribute 50,000 free books in the community. Next, Give My Books, Ann Arbor Observer. Also, family-run JLC book sale returns to Ann Arbor this weekend at new location. Lastly, you can check out our website. Please go there at givemybooksnetwork.com and find the /about page. Toward the bottom of the page, you'll see pictures of letters of appreciation from kids who received books from us directly to their schools, and even pictures of how we help stock the Liberia Children's Community Library Foundation, which a local man in our area started. Those little pictures are awesome. I'm telling you, it touched my heart when they sent that to me. Now, what other good things do we do with the books we get? Now, if you didn't watch the interview from the first link about the man setting the goal, it says local man Todd Whalen setting a goal to give 50,000 books. Go watch that in the link after you watch this video. But let me tell you, because most books we get from the community are not able to be sold online, like Amazon or eBay or other places, we needed to have something to do with all the majority of books. Through the years, we have given literally hundreds of thousands of books away to nonprofits like the Reuse Center in Ann Arbor and Ann Arbor PTO Thrift Shop, Salvation Army, and Goodwill. And during the years 21 and 22, we gave over 30,000 books directly to schools and teachers. Now, we have a teacher request form on our local website where schools and teachers can request free books from us. And that's the givemybooks.com website. We have run free book giveaway programs, and we continue to do so with the creation of Give My Books Network. And you can find this, I'll put a link in the description as well, well, but that one's at givemybooksnetwork.com/request-book. Now, since 2011, we have been holding a low-cost community book sale with the books that we picked up locally. It's now called JLC Book Sale, which is run 3 times a year. And you can read about it at jlcbooksale.com. Or you can see our Facebook event listing. That one has a lot of details on there for current sales. That one that's coming up, we usually do 3 a year. So you'll be able to see those. And we'll put a link in the description on this one as well. Now, we put out 40,000 books at a time at these sales, and thousands of people come to the sale. From this sale, we've given thousands of books away for free to different nonprofit organizations that come and pick out books for their mission. Books from this sale have been given to bookstores that were just starting. Many people come to source inventory for their local bookstores, which helps books flow through our community. We give free books to teachers, like homeschool families, they're included, and a discount on anything they buy at the sale. Now, people who stock little free libraries, they get books from us for their endeavors. Now, we've raised thousands of dollars through fundraisers benefiting food gatherers. It's a local program in Washtenaw County that gets food to people that are food insecure, is what they call it, and the communities. We also helped a woman that needed oral surgery. Also, a dear woman that I know personally and her family, well, she had it. She was diagnosed with and plagued with ALS. Really, it's a plague. And she's recently has passed away. But we've raised thousands of dollars to help all of these people, for them and their families. And now at our sale, we're doing fundraisers for a foundation that assists those with autism. You see, you don't need to be a nonprofit organization to act like one and do good for our fellow humans. Now, let me tell you the progression of how things took off with our donation center, our local free pickup service, Give My Books, and why this is relevant to you with our new nationwide service, Give My Books Network. In 2022, that things grew to the point where we got over 400,000 books through our book pickup service. Now, I found out that I really needed to revamp my website to control the number of pickups that were coming in. That's when I hired a friend of mine who knows coding, and he built the back end of my website, givemybooks.com, to allow people in zip codes that I chose to schedule, right? And they'd have to schedule on the day that I want to pick up in their area, so that I could create zip code zones or pickup zones. The website that he made would limit the number of pickups per day so that we wouldn't get more inundated, more than we already were. I could set a limit or even turn off the ability for people to schedule until we caught up with the processing. I even had pickups turned off for almost a year because of the popularity of the service. And it grew so big that people were even willing to drop off the books. So many that we couldn't do any pickups because we had many books dropped off to us weekly. Now, he built it so that there were automated messages for the confirmation email when people scheduled. Then a reminder email the day before their pickup, along with instructions on how to package the books and how to keep them dry, and then when to leave them on their porch, and then when we'd be by to pick them up. It also sent out a follow-up email thanking them for the books, and then asking for a review on our Google business page and Nextdoor, which really fueled additional book pickups by helping people know that they can trust us. Furthermore, the website compiled all the pickups into a spreadsheet for me, with all the details and even the special instructions that people left. I could then upload the file into a route optimization app, which would give me the quickest route, the most efficient route to drive to get all the books. I could even give this spreadsheet to someone that I hired as a driver for them to upload into the same app and know exactly where they were going. They would know how many books that they are going to get and how to contact the client if need be. They would also have all the special instructions that a client might give, all without ever talking to me. This was my automated system for my book pickup service, Give My Books. I needed it. It was built for me specifically. Now, here's where the network comes in. See, something awesome also happened in 2022. We started getting calls from people all over the country asking us to pick up their books. People called us from Texas, Florida, New York, and more, and tried to schedule a pickup. But obviously, I had to tell them no because we're only in one location in Ann Arbor. So I realized that no matter where people live in the country, they want their books picked up and would utilize my service. If only I was able to pick up in their area. That's when I started asking questions again. I asked, how can I take what I know about book pickups and the software that was built specifically for my pickup service, Give My Books, and then benefit others? How could I use my knowledge of how to be efficient and automated to make it so that people all across the country could benefit in their local area from what I know? That's when Give My Books Network was born. The idea started in 2022. Now, we worked on it for 2 years off and on until it was ready in December of 2024. What a project! The Give My Books Network was built so that local family businesses like mine that sell books, which we call pickup partners, can be connected with local people and organizations and institutions, which we call clients. Those clients need to find a new home for their books for whatever reason. So furthermore, it allows each pickup partner to control which areas they will pick up in and how often and on which days they'll pick up. It's a very organized, efficient system that helps everyone who uses it. The Give My Books Network will automate the process and send a confirmation email when the request form is filled out. It'll send a reminder email the day before the pickup, and will send a confirmation email once the books are picked up. That way, a client who scheduled the request won't wonder if the local partner did the pickup. They will know. In just a short time, I will have a mobile app ready specifically for our partners that makes picking up books from the porches of clients even easier and seamless for really both the client who gives the books and the local pickup partner who gets them. Now, let me address the two major concerns for people regarding our partners. Number one, what do the local partners do with the books? And number two, where does the money go when the books are sold? Again, let me start with question number 2 first. They are a family business. They sell books that they get from their local area, your local area, and the money goes to support their family, expenses that they have for their free pickup service to the community, any workers they have, and their efforts to get books back into the community. See, they're not a nonprofit organization. We know that we don't need to be one in order to act like one and do good for our community and fellow humans in general. Now, let me be clear. My service, Give My Books Network, we do not receive any books from the pickup partners. We do not receive any money from the sale of the books they pick up. We are a service that connects clients that want to give their books away for whatever reason to local family businesses that we call pickup partners. These partners will do good with the books that they receive, like we have locally in Southeast Michigan. Now, we receive a subscription fee from partners to use the network and the tools that we've developed to making picking up books and media easy for everyone. Now, to answer question number 1, as mentioned in my answer just a moment ago, we know they're going to sell what they can first. So what else are they going to do with the books? Some do get recycled responsibly. After that, there's many books left over. And here's what they will do with them. Any school or organization that requests books from the Give Me Books form on Give My Books Network, they will have their request go out to all the partners in the local area so that they can fulfill the request directly from the books that are picked up locally. Partners, they take books to Goodwill, Salvation Army, local thrift stores, local libraries, little free libraries, and bookstores. And many of our partners are setting up local, low-cost community book sales like I run in Ann Arbor. And I'm soon going to have a page on the Give My Books Network website that shows all the local book sales and the free giveaways that are set up by our partners, thus facilitating giving even more books locally. I also have a training course that teaches partners how to set up the book sales and run them. See, the bottom line about this is that we offer a super convenient, free service that really fills a need for many people in all areas of the country. The truth is, most books are not able to be sold by us, so we act as an intermediary to facilitate good books flowing through our local communities. It is our privilege to do so. We just launched this network to the nation in December of 2024, and we are steadily expanding to help every person that wants to use our free pickup service to help you free up space in your home and do good for our local communities. Thank you so much for watching.